Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yeah. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goals regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can't be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the Jews life taught you. It's on you, tell the truth.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kimberly's Unseen Twisted Truth. We are the People's Podcast. If we support you, we will support you. We are finally trying to go live from Instagram. I don't hear no feedback right now, and I didn't hear a delay, so maybe they fixed the error. How are you, Tommy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. So tonight, I want to talk about the line.
Yeah.
How are you, Sub? Anyway, so I want to talk about the line. I got a few videos that I want to play and stuff like that. I'm getting ready to bless the show. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings from me to you. In and out, peace and blessings. Positive energy and high vibrations. Pure and genuine intentions at all times. So I want to play these little video clips because I find this to be very crazy to me. Uh-oh.
Shit.
So it's over in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
And you're the one that put me hip on this in the first place because I wasn't quite aware of it because I don't pay attention to a lot of things globally. And it was on Joe Rogan. They've spoke about it already and everything. So like.
It was on what?
Joe Rogan?
Oh, yeah. I think when I first seen it, it was on the ad or something.
Really?
Yeah.
So here's one of the video clips, and this is about the line. I got two of them. So there's a tribe called the what did I say it was? Hawaitate?
Yeah.
Hawaitate tribe. And so there's a clip about the tribe, and there's a clip about what they're doing on the line. So I'm gonna play whatever. I'm gonna play them both.
Construction on the line in Saudi Arabia has officially begun. According to recent drone footage revealed by OT Sky, the line is well underway. Dozens of excavators can be seen working tirelessly to dig trenches through the desert, laying the foundation for this futuristic city. According to satellite imagery, the excavation already stretches far inland and through the mountains in the distance. On Google Maps, you can now see multiple developments popping up, including a site with offices, a NEOM community with a football field and swimming pools, and a NEOM experience center. Clearly, the line is more than just a pipe dream. It's a reality that's taking shape right before our eyes. Do you think the line will be a success, or will it crumble and never be completed?
Okay, so that's the first one. That's the ideal of what they think they're going to create, okay? They're not taking consideration. Now, these are the size of the Eiffel Tower. They're huge. They're not taking into consideration that they're...
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there I go. All right.
They're not taking into consideration that they're disturbing land. They're messing with like agriculture, disturbing land and trying to move things to create this stuff. So they're digging underground. They're digging above ground. They're disturbing what's been there for thousands and thousands and thousands of years,
right,
to create this. Now, the video I've seen and the research I've been doing on it, it's like 21 of those Eiffel Towers back to back, like next to each other, and that's how high it is. And they're gonna try to put parks in there, greens, like environments for gardening and stuff like that, grocery stores, everything in these towers. And they're going to put a rail that goes from one end to another that people can get back and forth in 20 minutes, from one end to another in 20 minutes. They're trying to make everything natural with using energy from like the natural resources of the ground and whatnot. Make it like eco-friendly. I just can't imagine living in a controlled environment. You never have to leave. It's all in a dome. It's all enclosed. You never leave this area. You don't have to ever. I just can't wrap my head around. It's almost like prison. They're creating this environment. It's going to be like prison. They said anywhere from $5 billion to $1 trillion they're spending to make this. And by 2030, it'll be running. They already got people moving in this year.
Moving in this year? Damn.
The people that are out building it have to live there.
Oh, wow.
While they're building it, because they can't leave.
That's
so they got 47 people living there now.
Dang. Last time I seen it, they was just digging dirt.
Not now. That was in 2021 is when they started it.
Yeah.
So they want to put 9 million, I apologize, 9 million people there.
Change these headphones.
So I want to talk about the tribe that they evaded this land.
Saudi Arabia sentenced 3 men to death for refusing to vacate their homes on the site of a $500 billion mega city. The men were arrested in 2020 for protesting against being evicted to make way for the futuristic city of NEOM, a pet project of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, known as MBS. Shadli Ataullah and Ibrahim al-Hawitat of the Hawitat tribe were sentenced by a Saudi criminal court earlier this month, a rights group said. Their brother, Abdurrahim al-Wahitat, was shot by Saudi special forces in April 2020 after he criticized the compulsory eviction order on social media, accusing Saudi Arabia of state terrorism. Any form of opposition to Saudi Arabia's royal family is punishable by death or lengthy jail sentences. Saudi Arabia says NEOM will take up 26,500 kilometers of Saudi territory and will include an airport, high-speed train, and 24/7 surveillance by the Saudi government using the latest artificial intelligence. The country has won the right to hold the 2029 Asian Winter Games in this desert city that doesn't yet exist. Most of this technology is yet to be developed, and questions have been raised about how realistic it is to build a linear city across the desert.
I find it crazy. I find it crazy that they're doing this. I don't find it crazy, though. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't find it crazy that they're doing this. They're trying to create a prison, and if you don't agree to living in this prison where it's under surveillance at all times, they are imprisoning people. They are killing people.
See, now you just sound like everybody that was talking about Russia in the 50s and calling them communists and calling anybody like America got a real bad problem with that. Not realizing that they're always in a prison, which is the goofiest fucking shit ever. When you were saying that earlier, that I couldn't imagine living inside of a dude,
I'm
Yeah,
in
you're
one
in
now,
one,
though.
that's
Goofy.
exactly what I was thinking.
I know I was thinking that too, but then I was thinking
Saying, I couldn't imagine being
at least I'm able to go outside. At least I'm able to go outside and move where I
No,
want to.
that's goofy
This
as
place, you can't
fuck.
leave this
You
place.
have the idea of freedom in America when there is none. And we like to think that people outside in other countries have it so bad or is so fucked up. One, all that footage was on TikTok. Like, that's a very poor thing to use as this is where I'm garnishing
That's not my research. That's
knowledge
the only
from.
thing I can download. I can't download from YouTube because I don't have a YouTube membership.
Look,
That's just the
like
videos I'm
I'm
able
just
to
saying,
download is from
it would
TikTok.
help if adults were using things other than social media to get information.
I did. I actually watched a couple of the interviews with Joe Rogan. I actually watched the drone footages.
Yeah, that's
The
social
only thing I was
media.
able to download was from
That's social
TikTok.
media. I'm talking about like actual knowledge of
I'm not
what's
going to Saudi Arabia.
going on.
I know
Where do you,
what the whole
where do
purpose of
you,
me saying this, the whole purpose of me talking about the line is that this is what they're going to do to the United States too. So it's not even like it's not even going to change no matter where you live. I don't think it's going to change no matter where you live. They are creating these weapons every single place, and we're under surveillance at all times. They know what we're doing at all times, every hour of the day, and I'm
Yeah,
aware of that.
wow.
So I just want people to be awoken by the fact that they think they have so much freedom when we don't.
Yeah, but that's goofy though because that's an like I don't know, maybe because it's the way that I carry myself as far as this as far as outside existence because one, I never heard of this until now. So maybe I'm out of the loop, maybe I'm behind. But just for the sheer fact that a lot of what gets people involved in anything that they had no prior knowledge of is the internet.
No, I wouldn't know about it until Tommy brought it to my attention. I
I'm
had no clue even what it was
so
about.
that's what
I'm not
I'm
hip
saying.
at all.
Like that's exactly what I'm saying. And they were like, look here. They didn't say CNN. They didn't say nothing like that. They didn't say no. Like you would think if that
It was on CNN though. I just can't download those clips.
like I said, there are ways around that, and there's ways to share actual truth and not spread gossip and not lie or talk about things that we have no fucking idea of. I will not damn a country or its people calling them certain things without knowing damn for sure that's what's going on when there's so much here to talk about that doesn't go. Nobody looks at the
what?
KKK or neo Nazis the way
Let's
they
let's
do Middle Eastern people, and
let's
that
talk
shit
about
is
what he wants to talk
fucking
about.
goofy.
Let's talk about what he wants to talk about. That's not what
Yeah,
I was saying. I don't even want to talk about the line. That was my starting subject of the show. I want to talk
yeah,
about people wanting to kill themselves.
yeah,
I want people to talk about people being stuck in their heads. I told you that before the show that I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about. I just want
yeah.
people to realize that the entrapment they keep upon themselves is all mental.
For sure, that
What
shit is
you?
real. I'm just
And
saying,
that's what I
like,
want to talk about. But that's how I started it off the show, just to have a subject of talking about the line, because I didn't know nothing about it. And this is what goes on with wars. If you don't bring it to your life, it doesn't come in your life because you're not participating in it. And that's what the mental thought is of life.
there
I
Anything
mean,
negative, you only bring that to you. It's not brought to you. You only allow it into you.
I
we're just here to talk about shit. You know, that's all we're
That's
doing. We're
exactly
just
what
talking
it
about
is.
shit. We ain't here to debate each other and shit.
Oh no, this ain't a debate. This ain't a debate. I've known Joe
Yeah,
for years. This ain't a debate. This is the whole purpose of the show, though, is to have different opinions of different ways of looking at things, and that's what I want people to do. I want people to be not controlled by what they hear and see, and allow themselves to feel something and see something for themselves. That's exactly what this show's about.
Yeah.
It's
And
about the
I
unseen
wasn't
twist of the
speaking,
truth.
I wasn't debating at all.
No, not
So
at all.
I was speaking exactly on what was presented. There wasn't no debate. I just
Where else do you think she should have got her information from besides the internet?
like I said, there's more credible sources than TikTok to talk about something that serious.
Yeah, it was on CNN, YouTube, everything, but I can't download it. The TikTok's the only one I could download.
I feel
But
you.
they had different sites too to do it, but
I'm
that
just
ain't
saying
the issue.
it's more credible sources. Like I'm not gonna hear like if somebody said you was gay on Facebook today, am I supposed to believe that?
Not at all. But that's not the case. I want people to realize that entrapment comes within your mind. No
For sure.
one can
And
force
that's what
you
I'm
to do
saying.
anything.
A lot of what's going on in social media today is aiding what happens in real life. Where
Hmm.
it's just a big telephone game instead of people doing the research and finding out who they are, what they're about, and what makes sense to them. I'm not about to hear. Did you hear that? No, fuck you and where you heard it from.
No, and that's the only reason why I did this show is because I want to talk about people's mental health, honestly. And I want to start off by saying that if they can control you, they will control you if you allow them to control you. No one really owns your mind, only you do. And what you allow in and what you accept is on you at the end of the day. I got people that that are losing their lives unaliving themselves because they're stuck in their head and they can't heal themselves and they feel like there's no other option. They don't know how to heal. They don't know how to get better. They don't know how to stop the voices. And I don't know what to do about it, and it's not my place to change it or to try to save them. I do reach out and pray over them or pray for them or at least give them some kind of advice that they're not alone, let them know that they could talk about it. I can't change how someone sees something though. No one can. If
That's
you
all.
sit if you sit and watch the news 24/7 and you listen to everything they say on the news, you're going to be constantly scared.
And
Yeah.
that's what, and that you're right about that. So it's not like I'm saying I'm not shitting on social media as a whole. I'm not shitting on getting information off of social media as a whole. It's not like no truth gets exposed. It's just that in a age of Photoshop, even a picture can lie to you.
Exactly. I know that. I've seen things.
I'm not real quick to just go off of did you hear shit without doing the research, and then it depends on who it comes from.
Yeah.
If I
No, I
know
did a
you're
bunch of
if
research on
I
it
know
first.
if I know you're easily entertained by certain things,
Mhm.
I'm not likely to take what you say on a situation
Mhm.
that doesn't involve that sort of entertainment. I don't hold you a credible person to speak on that, but that's just my opinion. And like I said, a lot of truth gets said on social media. A lot of lies get told in the news. They put
Mhm.
they put what they want you to see on there. So just like you said, if you watch the news all every day, you can get depressed. But
Mhm.
there's people that can look at the news differentially and just take what they get from it and leave the rest of it there. So I guess that's how we got to look at all parts of life, social media included.
Sure, right.
And that's everything in life. The reason why we feel entrapped is because we're holding on to things of this realm and making it of ours when it's really not. We can actually, I think differently. So I'm able to free myself at most times because I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to music. I don't do none of that. If I listen to music, it's music people sent to me from for Twisted Radio or whatnot. I won't turn, I don't have a radio. I don't turn the radio on. I don't listen to things like that. I don't have a car. So it's not like I do any of that. So I'm really in my own world. So I don't know about nothing that's going on around me because it doesn't pertain to me. And that's how people have to be at most times. But when someone brings it to your attention that they're taking from people and stuff, that's not my business. What is my business is what I can control, and that's only self. I feel like I want to help a lot of different people see it differently, and I want to help them free their minds, because being trapped inside your mind of fear or PTSD or something else, it's going to cause you depressed.
People
Right.
gotta help themselves before they can even receive help. So
That's true, and
And
that's
that's
what it
the
is
main
too.
part of it, because anything outside of that is playing God. And I don't think enough people just allow themselves to go through emotions. They want to be happy, and everything else is like you try to hide it, cover it up, or act like it's not there. Um,
and that shit comes back up.
It
I
does.
don't
Yeah, you
people
can't
sit.
suppress shit.
I don't think people sit with their sadness. Like, you're gonna be sad, and that's okay. You're gonna be depressed, and that's okay. But
Yeah,
acting like you're not when you are, that's when the problem comes. That's when you split. That's when you
straight up.
create aliases and put on different masks to deal with
Yeah.
this part of life. You're this person at your job. You're this person with your wife. You're this person with your friends. You're this person with your family, but you're never yourself at all, any part of the day.
So right.
And there's a guy that I've been watching lately. His name is Basher. I don't know if you know who that is or if you come across
Yeah,
him.
Bashar, the alien dude.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been listening to him a lot lately, and he's been saying, that pain and grief and whatnot is something you go through intentionally because you have to learn something from it.
Yeah,
Until you learn that lesson to go from it, you're going to keep experiencing it.
yeah,
So the only way to heal yourself from something is to go back to it, confront it, and not make it of you anymore. And then
yeah,
you're able to come and heal from it.
And knowing when to just let go. Like,
Yep.
if it might not be something you have to confront, it might be something you just have to stop entertaining.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people want to hold on to something like they need closure, or they didn't get it, it didn't end how it was supposed to. Bro, man, be
Yeah,
thankful that it didn't end in a worse way, and that you're able to move on from that.
straight up.
Oh, your girl's calling in.
All right.
I can't answer it though because I'll lose Sprinker.
Right.
I want him to tap in though. I'd love for him to tap.
That's
I'm
what
sure he has
I
a whole opinion on this.
that's what I thought he was gonna do, but just message him and tell him to link in.
I'm gonna send him a link if he wants to join. He can join because I'm sure he's got a whole opinion on this. Yep. Can I join the pod tonight? I knew he did.
Yep.
Yep. I'm sending you the link, Jabril. But that gentleman would you say his name was again? I'm not really hip with names. Basher?
Bashar.
Bashir,
Bashar? Yeah, I watch that all the time with that man, and that I'm comfortable with that. I feel close to that. That's something I relate to, how he thinks and feels, and I get where he's coming from, because what we allow ourselves to live in is what we're going to keep experiencing until we free ourselves from that.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I
that's
watched
what
that.
people are afraid. Oh, go ahead. I apologize.
Oh, you good? I wasn't saying nothing.
People are afraid of release because they don't like change or because they don't want to let go. And that's the thing that I want to talk about, is that I want people to know that they are in control of their thoughts. No one else can help them or save them or do anything unless they are willing to want to do the work themselves. It starts with self first.
A lot of people aren't even aware that what they keep going through, they have to, in order to stop feeling all that shit and going through it, they have to stop and tell themselves that it's something that they need to deal with inside of their self, not
Yep.
some outside shit bringing it to them.
Yep.
After,
Halftime, you got to deal with it.
after two or after two times of a certain instance reoccurring in your life, especially trauma, you have to analyze, if nothing else, how you're going about it or how you're dealing with it. Because I don't care at this. I'm not saying. Let me say that better. Um, it's it's very possible to get violated. It's very possible to get taken by surprise, backdoored, a lot of different things that you could not have seen coming. But now, so more than ever, I think a lot of people hold on to trauma, bad
They
memories, and
do.
experiences so
They
that
use it
they
as a crutch and shit.
victimize themselves.
Yep.
If they have something to blame, or if they have something, a sad story to tell somebody, that will appease why they're not somewhere they want to be or where they feel they should be.
Yep.
This,
Hmm.
this brings to mind that Cat Williams thing. Like, I really fuck with him as a comedian, as a person. I don't know him. I think he'd be cool to talk to, hang out with. I don't know him, but I like.
Gotta respect them.
I've never had a problem with God. Now, what I do have a problem with is I don't know what's going on in your life. You seem you give off the impression that you're fine, you're unbothered, but Shay's pod told a different story. You seem very bothered. You seem very agitated. You seem very displeased with something. I don't
Straight
even
up.
I don't think it's somebody. I don't look at none of the people he named like he's mad at them or he has a serious problem with them. It's more of a projection. And I know this, or I at least feel this, because from a person who, if I'm not getting acknowledged for what I'm doing, can I at least be left alone to do it? I totally understand. Go off, bro. But I'm still not about to throw nobody else that do what I do under the bus. I'm not gonna talk about, oh, well, the only reason Mature the Server getting hurt is because he blah 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 blah. Or the
Yeah.
only reason people fuck with Measy videos is because he did such and such with blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, if you was working as much as you was talking about all these other people with the fan base that you have, mind you, because as far as comedian goes, I'm pretty sure people fuck with Cat Williams right now without that podcast. They fuck with Cat Williams comedically more than the people that he named.
And at the end of the day, I don't even really care about that shit, to be real with you, because I think anything for attention seeking is attention seeking, and that's how I think that was. I don't even really care about Shay, whatever his name is, and I only knew him from football, so anything outside of that ain't nothing big to me, and I think that gave him more clout than Cat Williams, to be real with you.
And that shows you how big Cat Williams
Yeah.
is that when you, as a personality, just speaking your mind, not having nothing going on. Well, you might have something to sell later because yes, he does have a tour date, and it's funny that when people go on these pods, the Kanye West rant, uh, uh, Soldier Boy on Breakfast Club, when people do these things and they make waves like that, not only does the pod benefit, said the entertainer got a tour coming up. So inadvertently, he just
Hmm.
sold tickets for him. The same way the Will Smith slap just sold tickets for
For
Chris
Chris, huh?
Rock. Dave
Yep.
Chappelle, and every comedian with something to say after that, and every rapper that got a bar for that shit.
Yep.
So
Everything's
before
rigged, man.
yeah, it
It's
is. Before we get too far in advance into this, Jabril, what you want to talk about?
Peace and love. What up, dog? I'm just here to add to the conversation. What up, dog? What's good, Joe? What's good,
what's up?
Tommy?
What's up?
Arigato.
What's up, man?
What's good, Kim?
Thank you. So we were talking about people being entrapped in their minds and how we allow what we accept, and if we listen to everything we see on social media or that we see on TikTok, or we see that the world's telling us through the news and stuff, that we could be depressed or insane, and we have to allow what we want in our environment to be able to free ourselves.
Hey,
Trauma.
oh, my bad.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Nah, you can finish my bad.
Trauma and like PTSD and stuff like that, people haven't healed from and haven't been able to escape from, is kind of a choice of their own, honestly, because you have to do the steps to be able to heal from it. So I get it, it's hard and it's not easy, but you got to be able to want to change. You got to put that work in, and you have to revisit it and heal, and a lot of people don't do that shadow work to fix themselves, to release things.
Man, my homeboy cuts grass, and one of his clients, they're an old couple, and something back when Trump first got in office, something I don't remember what was going on at the time, but it was at least like 3 years ago, maybe. Uh, they both just decided to kill themselves in their garage and shit because of what the world, everything going on in the world and shit. They just let the note that said that the world's so ugly and shit. They didn't want to be a part of it no more.
They was
Now,
on the tip. Why they damn? They quit like
That's
that?
straight up. That's crazy.
see, and I have a belief of that. I believe that because we signed up for this agreement to be here at the beginning of life. We signed up for this, and we're going to keep coming back until we learn the lesson from it that we wanted to receive from it. And it's not going to change. We see what we want to see. You can actually create your own reality about what you see. You don't have to allow things to affect you.
Did y'all see that movie Deep Impact?
I don't watch TV like that or movies like that. So
Okay, it came out in '98, and it came out around the same time that Armageddon did, and Armageddon produced a whole bunch of end of the world climatic natural disaster movies. It actually kind of started with Twister, but Twister didn't do what Armageddon did.
right.
So um um Deep Impact had basically the same premise as Armageddon. Two meteors was headed towards Earth, and the second one that was coming, because the first one got averted, but the second one that was coming was as big as Texas, and it was coming at a ridiculous amount of speed. It was set to hit in the Atlantic, and it was gonna damage like both sides of what touches the Atlantic. So whatever's on Africa, whatever's in Europe, and whatever's in America was gonna get fucked. When it finally hit, or when it finally was coming, because they had decided who was gonna go stay underground and who was gonna be able to be taken care of through this shit. And if you weren't on the list, it's just like, oh well. So yeah, there were people just I'm gonna get dressed. One lady got dressed in her best dress, put her pearls on, poured herself a glass of wine, popped a whole bunch of pills, and went to sleep.
But
I'm not a religious person, so I don't think that it's weak to commit suicide. I don't think that it's a sin to commit suicide. It's just saying that you're done.
I think it's part of Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law is anything that can happen will happen.
That's true.
So you got some humans that would carry out the act of taking themselves out early. You got some humans who endured some very traumatic, grievous things. I was watching an interview today by Ali Carter. It's on Rumble. She was talking about this underground world where like it's under the Gettysburg Museum. They got a whole city, a whole world, all forms of transportation we got up here. They got down there, and she was basically being sex trafficked through like Hollywood elite and she said Obama, she said Biden. She had, they raped her and stuff like that. But like, people, there are some untold evils. There are some day to day sadness and some day to day depression, heartbreak, or losing a job, or finances, not being able to stay afloat. I think that's the main depressant today is just like how am I stay afloat? How am I make this money? What I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Do I take this risk with my life to go to jail or die possibly? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it is a lot of triggers that would stimulate somebody to even think on that path of all right, I'm done and I'm out of here.
Yeah. Now, when's it gonna get better?
When is
But
it going to get better? You know what? This is what I say to people. Like, if you about to go out, I don't advise you do that. I advise you talk to the Most High, get centered, get grounded, find some love within yourself, and try to live. But if you at that point to where you about to go, I say find something that you always wanted to accomplish or do in life and try it or do it. Especially if it's something where it's like, I'm risking my life if I do this. At least do that first before you decide to go. Like, make it exciting and fun. I'm
that's
not
dope
really,
as fuck, bro.
you
That's
know,
dope. Look, that's about the dopest thing I've ever heard somebody say. Fuck all that, step back from that lead shit. Be like, hey, before you go, what do you really like to do?
because,
Do
like,
that shit first.
do it
Go out with
right.
a
Yeah.
bang,
Go out
nigga.
with a bang. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, even like economically on the country level, like
No, can you
France.
really just say that person's life? Because once they do what they was really meant for, they probably won't want to kill themselves anymore.
They probably won't. They
I mean,
probably won't.
if they want to go, they want to go, and that's their decision. I
But let
still
me say
stand
this
on that.
about
But at
suicide
least
though.
you
Let,
you gave them a little bit more. Like I like that for real.
hey, if
That's
y'all
a
can take that put it in y'all step and stride. But let me tell you this about suicide though. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is suicide.
Yeah.
Everything we put in our body
This
every
is
day.
suicide.
We're slowly doing it every
You know
day.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not working on whatever it is you want to work on in life, and just sacrificing your integrity as far as being happy or doing what you want to do or expressing yourself and saying what you really want to say to the people in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's suicide. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
If you killing yourself in any form is suicide. It's just prolonged. So it's really not even shame, like Joe said. Like, it's not necessarily a coward's way of doing
Not
it.
at
You
all.
know what
I
I'm
don't feel that
saying?
either.
They just jumping the gun. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I done had a best friend in high school. He did had a baby on the way. And they say he hung himself. You know what I'm saying? With suicides, I never, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who knows, right? But that's what they say that he hung himself. He took himself out. Which is crazy because it affected his family. Family's crying at the funeral. The family was different. I think his whole family just set up, split up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, if you do go that route, you're not just ending your life. You probably ending relationships in life. Like, you're probably ending connections with other people who really loved you deeply, and that trauma, you never know what type of
Yep.
ripples those is
Facts.
gonna create throughout time or generations. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So be careful with that. So yeah, if you can find a life giving thing to do, do it. And you want to know it's also suicide, but or not suicide, but what's an example of taking that risk? Truthers, I've seen Twisted Truth podcast,
Uh-huh.
most of Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, Farrakhan, Alex Jones, anybody, Cat Williams, anybody who's willing to go against the political agendas that set in place of act like this, think like this, eat this, consume this. Anybody who's going outside that box,
Yep,
you
exactly.
are putting yourself into direct opposition to the very powerful forces that rule this world. You know what I'm saying? But it's beneficial when it's worth it.
So this is what someone said to me. By the weekend, I will have deleted my social media account or my social accounts. I appreciate all your kind words and helpful thoughts and prayers, but I need to leave. I have I have to disappear. I have no reason to keep causing the pain I do. I'm taking up space. And I said, "No, you're not." I said, "You honestly mean a lot to a lot of people." I said, "I wish you allowed me in. You're not alone. I wish you knew that." And then I sent him more things, and I said, "Can I see you soon?" And they said, "Oh, you think I'm playing?" I said, "Nope, I don't. That's the problem." I said, "I know you're very serious, and I don't know what I can do to change it." And I haven't heard from them since. And I don't think they're kidding by any means.
That's
I just
beautiful.
wanted
That's
to help them
dope.
because I believe this world needs them. I need them as much as they needed me, and they were brought into my life for a reason. And I just wanted to be able to make a difference with them because they are powerful, and I know they are, and they are amazing at what they do. They do a lot, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to put it out there because it's not their everybody's business. They'll find out if they end up
It
doing it.
sound like it sound like guilt. Guilt guilt is a very large contributing factor to suicide. As far as like they might have done something
They were in the
crazy in their
military for
past.
years, and they have
See,
PTSD, and they
and
did
it's
a
like
lot of things in the military that they
military ain't no telling what they going through. And these is people who get come right back into society and have
mhm.
to function amongst civilians. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So there's power struggles in that, but like even like local stuff that goes on local. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people who've done some very harmful things when they were maybe younger to other people. It's people who have abused people and they carry so much resentment and hate within their selves. And like I even knew somebody close, they still living, who was on the edge, who was on the line, who even tried. I'm glad that was unsuccessful, but um, I told them like the only reason you feel so much remorse for what you did is because of the righteousness within you, the self-accusing spirit, the ability to um, look at your own actions and know, okay, I fucked up right there. Okay, I did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that's really just level one. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't go back in time and change what you did, but it could be something that you do in the present time to either benefit people who may have had the same path as you or who may be victims, you know what I'm saying, of what you went through. Like it's we overlook and we underestimate and we spit in God's face, the creator's face, when we just give up like that, you know. And things are gruesome. I never know what I may be put through in this life. You feel me? I just pray that I'm able to hold on regardless of what I endure, even though I expect good and I'm open to good and accepting good. It's just we in this 3D realm where a lot of demonic things occur. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So situations like Murphy's Law, like I said, situations you may get the lottery ticket, you may be blessed, but whatever, I pray to never lose that. But I just want people to know, like, as a human being, as a God, as a creator, when your causes affect or can affect the universe, um, don't sleep on that. Don't quit. Don't just give up. Don't sleep on your power. So what? A lot of people don't know you. So what? You got social anxiety. So what? You ain't got a lot of money or any money at all. So what? You know what I'm saying? It's still something that you can do that could bring value to the world and to yourself.
So let me touch base a little bit on this individual. They want to create something with vibrations of turning water with vibrations and sound. They do music and they create music and they want to create a higher sound on hertz with vibrations to change things. And this world needs that. And I explained to them how powerful they are. I let them know they were a king of God, and I fed life into them. And they didn't believe within themselves at moments. They had moments where they believed, and then they had moments where their mind got the best of them and they weren't able to see that. And that's the fight they don't want to deal with anymore, is that fight between themselves.
And look, just like he just said that when you do something like going against them people, there's a consequence to that. Like going against higher ups and shit like that. It's the same thing with that. When you trying to chase something that's going to better the whole world, maybe save a whole bunch of lives, that evil shit's gonna come attack you even harder because that might be your purpose. They want you to kill yourself before you achieve that shit to save all
Of
them people.
course, and that's what I tried to explain it to them, and I sent them a bunch of videos about the pain and stuff with inside yourself, and that the way to heal it and the way to remove from it. I don't want this person gone. I don't really know them that well yet. I just know how powerful they are. When I spoke to the universe and the Most High said, what the Most High said about them, and I told them, and I just want to make a difference because they're leaving to 15 and 17-year-old behind that will be affected by this
Mm,
mentally.
that's young.
I hope that fool completes his mission and shit.
Tell them
I,
go to
I really,
YouTube. Tell them go to YouTube, and there's some crazy scientists on YouTube. There's a lot of white boys. They be doing all type of stuff like making guns, making weapons, laser weapons, or shooting things in slow motion.
I
Like
saw him use sound
it's
to
some
fucking cure
crazy
cancer, dude.
science. It's some dope scientists on YouTube. Find you a YouTube page and like be like, okay, learn how to access frequencies or how to use frequencies or how to connect frequencies to a water. Like I went
no,
to the
and he showed me stuff. This is a strong black king I'm talking on, and
so
he
he
has.
already on his way. Yeah,
Yeah, but
tell
he
him to do
can't,
that shit.
I can't tell him nothing because he's not responding now. So I don't know if he's still
Well,
with us or not.
if he want to be lame and lazy, then he can be lame and lazy. Like that's our birthright too. You know what I'm saying? That's our godliness too. I want to drop a plug that I think people should check out. This might even be a cool little date. It's called Rare. I think it's the King Bookstore. The Rare Books King Bookstore. I know Joe know about it because it's in Detroit. It's like downtown. It's like this huge four-story building. It's like one of the biggest bookstores in the world, one of the best bookstores in the world. And they got so many books on so many different topics. A lot. I got a reason I brought it up because I brought a inorganic chemistry. I'm gonna go grab it. Y'all can talk. I'll be ready. Hold
Okay.
on.
So Tommy's in Texas. So what's going on in Texas, Tommy?
Hell, I don't know. I ain't even been outside today.
Look, I think we all, and that's why we gotta be careful. And once again, Tommy, because I think once you get to like talk to me personally, it'll hit different. But I don't care how aggressive what I'm saying sounds. I'm not. I'm not like I'm not coming from a place of hate. I don't
Mm-mm.
think
Nah,
I know everything.
yeah,
I like I'm more open to a lot of different ways of thinking.
I feel you.
Being
But
that
like to me, like my opinion, like TikTok, they always wanted to ban TikTok because of the fact that people can share like good, true information. They can share the truth on there without shit getting banned.
but
That's why they,
look at what gets put out of TikTok at
yeah,
on a massive scale. I've heard story, and once again, don't take this because I've heard it. I haven't seen it in actual play.
right,
So they got a different TikTok for China. They got a different
Yeah.
TikTok for Iraq. And these people actually get truth
GPN.
talkers and people that don't get censored or whatever. But I'm highly believing that, yeah, Iran want you thinking like Iran want you to think. And China
Mhm.
wants you thinking like China wants you to think. And
Mhm.
Nigeria is thinking like Nigeria think. America the only person that be like, you gotta listen to me. Fuck what America think.
You should,
Everybody
it's
else is
political.
receiving information that's based directly for their culture, their people, their religion. America is too separative to
Look,
receive a unified truth for everybody. So we're bombarded on TikTok with twerk challenges, cooking shit, uh entertainment shit about other celeb. Oh, Cardi B got a bottle threw at her on stage. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's your
I
what you
figured.
get
algorithm
on
though.
TikTok.
It's
So
really an algorithm because like I
Yeah,
heard of some good ass shaking videos on TikTok, but like I don't really
I
be
don't see
seeing them
none.
because
I've
I don't
never
really
seen
be
them.
on TikTok like that no more. But when I do, it be a whole bunch of conspiracy type shit.
But
But
Me
you know what
too.
it
That's
is?
all I see.
now,
You
let
know
me
what it
show y'all
is?
this book though. This book right here I got from it's the inorganic, what do you say, comprehensive analytical chemistry book. Huge ass book. It's from like 19 something. And then Fino, I wish he was on tonight, but like this right here, I know he gonna appreciate this book right here. You see, can y'all
What's it
read
called?
that? It says
Uh-uh.
Pontiac and the Indian Uprising, the documented story of one of the greatest Indian chieftains. Like a whole book about him, like just sitting in the library. Like you already know, I'm tap into this when I get to it. But
Man,
I say check
Yeah.
out that bookstore because it's so much knowledge and information
that will come in
in these books. Like books are slept on. That's one
on
thing they were successfully able to do with the introduction to the internet in the digital age was disconnect people from physically picking up a
Mhm.
book and
Yup.
reading. Like, listen,
Yeah.
I read it like 4 or 5 pages. I was I felt smarter. I'm like, damn, I feel my brain growing like a superpower. Cause it's just talking about a whole bunch of chemistry stuff, and you know what I'm saying. Like how that works even mathematically. Like you know what I'm saying. As a musician, as an artist, or anything that you do, when you feed your mind with like this supplemental, knowledge basis that's just out there in existence, like it refactors in your mind and it changes how you perceive the world. It enhances your perception. It evolves your perception. The more knowledge and information you get, we have been satisfied with the podcast and like or people used to pass down knowledge orally. You know what I'm saying? Different tribes, it was oral. You know what I'm saying? And now we back at that stage again, and we disconnected from the books, from the libraries that got burnt. Libraries were burnt for for a
Yeah, for sure
reason.
reason.
You
Yeah,
know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? So it's like, tap back into reading. You know what I'm saying? Tap
appreciate
back into reading.
that because
Get you
that's what
some
I
books.
was saying before you came on. That's I was like, bro, like if you gonna come with some information, you know how many people can't debate. You can't even come at you because you're coming out of a knowledge based place. You read a book on this information. You didn't listen to somebody that told you something from somebody else that told them something. You
Right.
actually took the information in for yourself. You're not regurgitating something you heard from somebody.
And that's kind of what books too, though. At the end of the day, someone
It
wrote it,
is.
so you're still getting secondhand talk. But the thing is, you got more of a level base than the telephone game that
It's
someone
something
else
look,
said
look,
concrete.
something
It's
I
Once
see
something
this
again,
in a.
concrete. You can
once again,
reference it.
like I'm saying, I
You see this?
didn't read it on
What's that,
social.
Tommy?
It's called It says discovering the secrets of a man's soul, and it's mainly about like how important a man's role is in their kids' life, and like how detrimental it is to raise your own fucking kid. You know,
Yeah,
because not having that when you growing up, that shit'll fuck with you heavy.
for sure.
Like, but it's
Yo,
it's
Joe,
real. It's a real good book.
that's some real. That's interesting. I like that.
So
But y'all,
I want
oh,
to
go ahead.
introduce. I wanted to introduce people to everyone. Tommy's out of Texas right now, and Tommy Arigato is on all different platforms as Tommy Arigato. Sub to Pro is on all platforms as Sub to Pro. Jabril made our intro to this, and this is Jabril the Builder. So he's out
What
there
up,
on
Doc?
platforms too.
I sure did.
That's what's up.
So everybody is in the music industry and out there making a difference with their words, and that's what words are powerful, and that's why books were burned, because they were putting spells out there that people were undoing things, and they were giving people the ability to once the black man learned how to read, all of a sudden it changed everything into the world we couldn't manipulate no more. And I'm saying we, only on a skin color base, not the fact of that it's part of me. um the people were not able to push that agenda of ignorance anymore once you were able to go out there and find the information out. Now,
But
the
that's
internet made it easier to find the information out, and some of it may be true and some of it may not. So that's when you have to go back and look at different resources and check out different things to find out the truth on all, because you can't believe anything you just heard or seen, especially in
Validation. But I want to say something though about the politics, you know, because we live in a country that has a bi-party system. So like, you know, you growing up, you either Democrat or you Republican generally,
yeah.
and that might be the reason debate culture is so hot. It's so enticing. It's like, what does your side think? What does your side think? And then the audience votes. And,
Mm,
you know, it's to a point now, or maybe it's always been this way. It's not necessarily about the facts, it's about the compelling experience that you get while you are being told whatever you are being told. What type of
hilarious.
emotions did you stimulate within an audience? That's what sways. That's what sways people. You know, it doesn't have to be based on truth. It just was sway, and that right there, it may be a reason why a lot of BS is prolonged. You know, a lot of BS is prolonged, you know, as far as our tolerance level to BS. So long as it's entertaining, we sit it
exactly.
out. So long as your partner is entertaining or thrilling, they could be abusive, you know what I'm saying? But so long as it's stimulating to you to wherever you need that stimulation, you know, meant wherever you need it, you'll stick around. So long as like the stimulus check, when Trump or when this country releases stimulus checks, like that was a stimulant. That was stimulating enough to keep it. You know what? All right, I'm gonna go lie down. Then I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna stay in the house. I got a check coming. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Once that check stopped being enough and it wasn't stimulating, we kind of like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, we not really being stimulated. We have not really been stimulated by Biden, as far as like being an effective leader for the
He's
country. It's
he's
been a.
definitely entertainer. He's definitely an entertainer, though.
I don't think he's
I
really
don't
the
think
president.
he is. I think
He's entertained us enough on
he's
comedy because we got him on all over shirts. My son's got a couple shirts talking about his white
I don't
hair
think.
on his legs in the sun and stuff. So he's definitely entertaining on what he does say.
I don't
entertaining,
think.
but he's impotent. He's an
Yeah,
impotent president.
he's a
Um,
puppet.
where Trump was very potent.
Uh-huh.
Like, you may
Okay.
not agree with how he did things, you know what I'm saying? You know, like you may not agree, but it was conveying a stimulus. Like we got a leader in the office. And I'm not really endorsing anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really endorsing anybody at all.
No, not at all.
But I'm just saying though, like the current political climate is pushing people towards Republican. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say that that's not part of the script at all? You know? And it's like,
think
I'll just stop there.
I don't even believe in the politics. I don't partake in none of those. None of them are important to me. I the land of the law, the most high is my judge, jury, and president. So I don't care about none of that. None of that bothers me.
uh,
Um
that, I want to address a couple of things that Jabril spoke on because it goes right back to when you were talking about some of the things that people could try. Um, if you're not finding truth within yourself at first, it doesn't matter who you hear it from.
That's
You won't
true.
believe it. You won't even know what to believe. That's what Higher Learning the movie was about. I know you've seen it, Jabril, and
I gotta peep it again.
I know I keep making references to movies, but like Higher Learning, um, we're all centralized in a building and expected based not based on where we came from, not based on what we were allowed to learn, what we were given to learn. It's just we're all here now. You know what's expected of you. And that's well and cool. But there are people, like you mentioned, that have been through something that I can't even say that it's they don't have a I have an advantage towards that person. I didn't have to go without some of the things that this person did. I didn't get abused as bad as this person. So and then it's about how you take it because something is, oh, you lost your favorite toy at 5, fucked with you that long, and it created other ripple effects of losing things, and in that creates a split, a depression, always longing for something that you'll never be able to feel because loss is a part of life, and until you understand and properly deal with that, you're always going to be trying to fill a bottomless hole. I don't necessarily. That's why I love music. And the guy that you were talking about that was trying to play on a higher vibration is tap. It go right back in hand of what Jabril was saying about do what the fuck you love without no limitation. Because I think that's a large part of depression is not doing what you want to do.
Hmm.
And you will make up I gotta jump,
Facts.
I gotta eat, I gotta pay rent. You don't gotta do shit. You're choosing to do everything you do, even when you think you don't have a choice. Nobody is holding you here. That's why suicide gets looked at like it does. Nothing is stopping you from blowing your brains off, slitting your wrists, popping your pills any day. But we give it another chance. Or we're too scared for that option. Life is scarier than dying.
Yeah, yeah.
People just don't realize that. We're selfish. We like taking breaths. We like enjoying the smoke. We like eating the food. We like fighting with each other and then fucking after that. We don't
So,
want to die. We think that's the most horrible thing to do when in reality that will probably be the most peace you ever had in your life. But up until that point, you should live a purposeful life.
and the thing is, everybody
Agreed.
comes into your life for a reason. So people are brought into people's lives for a reason. I tell people, and I don't care if somebody believes me or not, because like I said, it's none of my business. At the end of the day, I believe me. That's all that matters to me. So I tell people all the time, if you came into my life and you're speaking to me, there's a reason because I speak to the universe. So for you to come at me and come to me and tell me this, there's a reason you're telling me this. I talk to you every single day about many different things. And there's a reason that you're feeling safe enough to open up to me and tell me that you don't want to be here anymore. So if I can't change how you feel, Sub to Pro saved me years ago, and I was going through something, and I was having in a very dark state of mind, and I just didn't feel like nobody cared. And He didn't know me from nowhere and reached out to me and cared so much that he fed so much light into me and sparked me to want to love me again. And that's what I want to do for someone else if I possibly can, because someone done it for me. So that's my boom effect. What comes to me because I am blessed and highly favored, I want to turn that to others, and so that others can feel the same, because I know what it's like to feel that.
Another dumbass movie drop. Pay it forward.
Not hit, but I think that's
123movies.com for all the free movies. You gotta click off all of the X's and pop-ups. So
Just
123 movies.
pay it forward. It's in my top 10. Like it's the premise of it is just you do something for three people and you can't take anything back for that. You just have to do those three things in hopes that they will do that. Each one of those people will do three things for people and don't return it. And a little boy started this, and he said it won't work. And the teacher said,
I just that.
teacher said why? He said because all it takes is one person to end it all.
Sound like a
Exactly.
good movie.
I did see that. I remember that's an older movie too.
It's extremely dope. It's just sad to like. I don't to it, and this go back into what Jabril was saying because we have idolized entertainers and celebrities, and I'd say this loosely, we have idolized because a lot of people don't pay attention to that shit that much, and even me not caring about it as much, I still divide attention to famous people that probably doesn't matter. So with this being said, I seriously urge y'all to do what Jabril said. Like really find what it is the fuck you like, something that drives you crazily insane happy for no fucking reason but just to be doing it and run to it. Don't let anything stop you. If anything gets in your way, and let's say it's a bill. Let's say it's a family member. Let's say it's something that you can't get around, get over, or you just don't want to lose. You have to find a way to incorporate that into your dream, or you just going you another dream deferred. And I don't think this world could take too many more dreams not coming to reality.
Facts. Facts. A lot of things are changing in this realm, and I don't know if you're aware or you see it or you're stuck in the fact of that you think everything's the same, but it's not. So many things are shown to us now, and we're aware of so many things, and they're coming to play. A lot of things, the contract is up with them, and they have to come to play, and they have to be shown. So people have to realize the time is now to free yourself from yourself, because you are stopping you from growing.
Yeah, do your best. Like who is not on the brink of insanity? Who is not on a about to snap? Like literally everybody, all of the humans, or most of us, unless you really your connection with the creator is so that's strong to where you grounded. Shout out to you. May you help
Thank you.
everybody else. But most people are literally loony. The energy of lunacy, lunatics. Like that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's something occurring that's hey, maybe it's the 5G. Maybe it's the 5G going through us. Maybe it's the waves, you know what I'm saying, boiling our molecular waters because it is a swelling that's going on in all of us on a mental, electrical, emotional level, psychological level. A lot of people are at their breaking points. You know what I'm saying? So
Consciousness is
like
awake.
like Joe said, like the actual action, not pondering, not dreaming, not fantasizing, but the actual action of your craft, your purpose, and your mission
will be what sustains you.
Yes.
Hey,
If
fan your
not,
flame. You gotta fan your own flame.
Mm-hmm.
if not catapult you to the life condition that you desire to be in, may raise you to that life condition, that desired life condition. So it's possible. You just got to go get some more knowledge
Yeah.
and do it. You feel me? Don't be a punk. Don't be a fraidy cat. Or you know what I'm saying? Like we've been fraidy cats for so long. You know what I'm saying? So we know what that's like. We know the safety of it. It's not safe. You know what I'm saying? It's not safe. We know what it's like to have a lack of action, to have a lack of purpose and a lack of function. We know what that's like. So now we don't have to invest so much into that realm of laziness and lack. Now we can be more purposeful and useful. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment isn't even that entertaining anymore. You know what I'm saying? All of the movies Joe is naming is movies from years, generations
Uh-huh.
prior. When
Yeah.
music albums drop, nobody's listening to the Drake album anymore. When Illmatic dropped, people was listening to that for at least a year. You know what I'm saying? So, um, like I think it was Kim who said, like, yeah, you know what you do, or it is time for us to go. Or Joe said, like, we can't take too many people not. You feel me? But everybody ain't. You know, everybody ain't. You feel me? So it is what it is.
Gotta
I'm
know,
glad
like,
you're on though, real quick, because I want to say something to you. I peeped this a while ago, and I want to run it by you because I want to see what you think of it real quick. So they removed all the lead paint of all the people's houses, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that the lead paint stopped the EMF from
Yeah,
into
I just
houses?
made that connection, Kim. Damn, that's crazy right
I've been waiting
there.
to tell you that shit too. I've been wanting to tell you
Damn,
that shit.
chills. That made me
And
want to go get some lead paint. Where
you
can
can
I
barely
buy
buy it. You
some?
can't even barely buy it no more.
Can't
No,
even
'cause they're
buy it no
illegal.
more.
They made it illegal, and they stripped it from
What?
everybody's
Because
house.
that's how you get stuff through metal detectors. That's how you get stuff through metal detectors. Lead
Yes.
paint, the X-rays ain't is not gonna pick up on it.
Oh
You
I
no.
went
right.
I went to school in DPS. Every house in Detroit made before 1975 probably had not only lead but asbestos in it. Babies crawl on the floor. Babies eat paint chips. It was a common thing on the east side of the D. Like you ate paint chips as a kid, didn't you?
At least one bite.
It did not get us undetected by
No.
those metal detectors that they put in every high school through the 90s, just shortly after the crack era. Yeah, we could go to a school in October on a random day, and the front of that building was lined up with narc cars. I didn't even know. That's how I found out what a narc car was in 95, 96. Red Grand Marquises with the big antennas on them, parked outside our school. They had the right to take anything electronic from you. Anything.
Electronic, that's
This is
crazy.
beepers. Uh, this was really before pick up and go type shit. This was before Ameritech. I am old as fuck, but like this is like Walkman stuff like that.
I'm older than you.
I'm just saying, like that was
Navy
our
beans,
electronics, a CD player. If you had a like people were still rocking tapes back then. If you had a CD player, it was like, bro. But
Navy
no, man.
beans, y'all. I want to tell y'all, Navy beans. Um, get y'all some Navy beans. These fight the effects of radiation.
Yeah.
This is an ancient superfood. Navy beans. You know what I'm saying? You got white beans, great northern beans. No, navy beans specifically.
Uh-huh.
These fight the effects of radiation. So just like eating the lead paint, and it's actually very nutritious. So like, and these is what Master Fard Muhammad told, and How to Eat to Live. This is where I learned about him in the book How to Eat to Live. Um, You know, it was when God basically told Elijah, hey, tell him to eat Navy beans to fight the effects of radiation. Now, this was in 1930. This was in 1930, this knowledge and information. We in 2023. So it's like, you know, only a mind who can know what is to come or to or know what type of world that we gonna be in, to where we have Wi-Fi, we got 5G cell phones we carry in our pockets next to our reproductive organs. Women carry their phones in their bras. Our phones are wirelessly charged right now. So it's always on and ready to receive and send a signal. Microwaves is how we cook food. We got microwaves on our bodies next to our bones. Next to all of the metals and stuff in our body. So it's like we do need something. Heavy metal detox,
You heard that
navy
chloroform?
beans,
What I
chlorophyll.
need
Chlorophyll.
is my superhuman powers, because with all the shit you mentioned, I should have had I should have been a Black Hulk by now.
That's
And
what they tell you in the comics.
gamma
I was,
radiation,
yeah,
man. I
bro.
could just
Literally
go
was
and
just
fight
thinking
it.
about that with Hulk.
I want to just
Literally was thinking
I,
about that.
like, I mean, my web don't shoot, nigga.
That would be
Supposedly,
badass though
they
to
used
have
to be
wave. Like,
copper. People used to be like have way more copper. Like older civilizations had more copper in their body and their blood.
In
So
zinc. We
and
don't have
zinc
enough
too.
zinc.
Oh,
Zinc
they
and
had to
what's that? Magnesium and copper is what our body.
magnesium for sure, for
Zinc,
I
sure, for
seen
sure.
magnesium, and copper is what our bodies are lacking.
But if you
I
got
seen
that
that
much,
And what'd you
go ahead.
say?
Tom.
I seen that if you got a whole lot of copper in your blood already, then you shouldn't be wearing no copper, because it'll like be like two opposites, uh, two magnets that you flip them around and they separate.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
copper's a polar, so it'll
yeah,
keep the diverse.
So
Yeah,
basically, unground you or whatever.
yeah.
yeah.
It makes sense. I would rather. These are the discussions that need to be had so people can stop going off of some shit that somebody told them. This makes more sense. It I swear, man, like for real. I
Shit,
don't
it's getting
like
popular.
yeah, I'm just saying like it makes sense. The, I'm not one to just take what somebody said and just run with it. So to hear that somebody's actually using common sense, not
I heard that from a tarot card reader on the real.
So
I'm look.
beginning,
I don't care where you heard it from. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna
yeah.
use and what I was saying earlier. I'm not dismissing get information from social media. And just because you got it from a tarot reader, don't make it. Oh yeah, well
Right.
that's definitely a lie.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not judging you, bro.
For sure,
And
for
and
sure.
from the beginning, I told Tommy Arigato that's all I wanted to start talking about is just the base of it. I wasn't going to go too deep into it because I really wanted to talk about that person that reached out to me about suicide and whatnot. I really want to talk about other things. There was a lot of things that were heavy on my mind. That was just the beginning of it, just to start it off, because I want people to realize if we listen to the government, we're going to go crazy. They tell us to take an emergency bag and keep it in our house at all times so we can be ready for whatever's to come. They want us constantly be aware of bullshit and just in case, when they're the
Well,
ones that create the bullshit.
as much as I am anti-establishment, I have to be more aware of what the enemy has planned. I'm glad that it's people like Jabril that actually do look up worldly matters and bring them to attention, because I would never think about shit like that. And even if I have a opposing opinion, he brought something to the forefront that I would have never fucking thought about. So
For sure, for
I did
and
a
sure,
lot
and
of
bro.
that
research on that too before I started talking about
and
it.
and that and that's all I'm getting at. Like, I'm glad that we got people like Jabril, and I'm glad to get introduced to Tommy Arigato, because like these are the minds that need to meet so that some truths can be
Facts.
had, so that some connections can be made and some unity can be.
Facts.
So
Me
humans
too.
to
I'm
humans.
grateful for all of you. And I didn't know, like, Jabril, I met Jabril because he was looking for some shoes, and I didn't know Jabril knew Joe until I watched them do the Unity track together. And then I was like, oh, Joe is dear to my heart, very important to me. And you know, Jabril, Jabril was my original co-host of Unseen Twisted Truth when I first started it. Jabril rocked this with me for a long ass time. I miss you, Jabril. I want you to come back. I just want you to know that I miss
Hey,
you dearly.
appreciate that, Kim. Hey, we'll see what happens 2024. I definitely pop in for sure.
The
But
big
this
ass
is
year.
and everything has changed now on the show. It's going back to its original content. And Twisted Radio with Fino Corey is where all the music's going to be. And we're booked all the way to
Beautiful.
the end of February because people write me every single day wanting to get on.
And not that my
Beautiful.
opinion is like matter or anything,
It
but bro,
value.
when you no, I'm saying that for real. Like I'm not trying to push anything. That's why I'm saying it. I'm just saying it as my opinion. It doesn't matter. It's just I'm just saying it. Um, the the content of this show, and you can tell by how people gravitated to this, even after you weren't on it. People came to this show because of the song. They knew they were about to hear something after that. A lot of people, bro. So
Shout out to Joe, the production on that too, though.
along with your words being that encapsulating of everything that the show is about, you once again brought topics to the forefront that nobody would really be talking about in depth, because on Facebook everybody got an opinion about certain matters and certain hot topics that pop up, but that's exactly it. It's just a hot topic and then it's pushed over to the side and nobody think about it anymore. But you on the other hand, when you were a part of this thing, like all the when you were on the panel every night, bro, like you had y'all made something very substantial. It's still standing to this day and is off of the content and the truths that get exposed on here.
Hmm.
So I'm not saying like come back or be a regular or none of that shit. I'm
Yeah.
just saying take that shit into consideration, because to help create a kid and dip out on his life and be something fucked up like that Tommy Shadow book.
Never,
Why
Hey,
did
though.
You
Jabril
gotta
just
help
say that
raise
he
your
will not
baby.
do that? You just said that you will not do
I
that to
won't.
nobody. Remember?
I
You gotta
did.
help raise your baby. You can't
But
just be
look, to no,
that
I didn't.
big
I
kid
didn't
out
help
here.
make the kid. The kid was already born. I just came around. Was like, what up? What up, man?
You became
Hey, what
stepdad.
All
up?
right, well, okay, come by and pick your kid up every once in a
Yeah, I'm
while, like take him
definitely
to the
gonna do
park.
that.
You did pay some child support.
Look,
For sure.
look,
It take a village. You know what I'm saying?
for
It take a
sure, for
village.
sure.
So,
Hey, there's a
I
movie. There's a movie called Iron Sky that's like a parody of all of the conspiracy theories with the government. It's pretty cool. It's funny and shit.
it sound good.
Like
They
it
live. Y'all say
sound
they
like a
live.
good year to
No.
make a movie.
Huh?
They
This seems
live.
like a good
It's
year
on
to make
Tubi.
a movie, and I'm
It's
throwing it out there because I'm already in the process of making two. I'm leaving it at two this year because I know one is gonna be fucking impossible to even try to finish this year.
What are you
But
gonna make?
two movies.
Oh,
oh
okay.
shit.
If you have an eye or if you have an idea, story, if you are an inventive mind, I highly suggest you take advantage of getting on one of these streaming platforms before it gets too expensive or impossible, because they are about to be the new majors. And if you could get your foot in the door of a Tubi, of a Peacock, of a or whoever, I don't care. get your idea out here. I got 2 coming up. I'm not even saying the title. Look, I got actors. I got people that I can go to for camera work, and I'm putting that on the floor. But I highly suggest anybody that's trying to get visuals out here, get on that.
Hmm.
Looking at how Hollywood is treating their actors and writers, especially. Um, the drive is going to be for more actors to stop going big budget or Hollywood and start doing productions that could be streamed directly to the house. It's safer, it's cheaper, and they're gonna pull more money back. So
Shit,
I
Iron Sky.
highly,
I think they made that shit in like the 80s or something. But it's
hey,
about the reptilians and it's about the Admiral Byrd flew into the center of the earth and shit. Hitler's down there.
What movie is that?
It's called Iron Sky.
Oh,
Iron
Iron
Sky.
Sky.
It's just all the conspiracy theories, reptilian people and shit.
That sounds
And
good.
got conspiracies.
Y'all want to hear this? Y'all want to hear this is the craziest movie. If you just want to watch a shit post movie, this movie. Excuse my language, little baby.
He's
This
the only one you don't
movie on Tubi is called Demon Wind. It's from the 80s. It's ridiculous. It's a horror movie. Watch Demon Wind on Tubi. You will not be
demon wings.
Demon Wind.
Oh,
Wind.
Demon Wind. Like, oh my God.
WIND.
Ridiculous movie. Watch it. You can watch it with a date because y'all be cracking up at how freaking
That's what I.
what?
That's what I got by the way that you said it. It didn't even sound like a horror. You saying it like it's funny as
Listen,
hell. So I'm up on that shit regardless.
listen. Check that out. Demon Wind on Tubi. Tubi got some
demon
shit.
wings.
Yeah, because
Man, I'm
80,
a
80s
dude. When I
movies got a
look at this
charm to
movie,
them.
after I look at this movie, I'm calling you. I don't care what
Oh my
time of
God.
day it is, bro.
Call me, hit me up. You're gonna want to hit me up. I don't even you hope you can finish it in one setting. It's
I,
ridiculous,
I'm a
bro.
movie fanatic, so I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna do something on I Love Movies, and I'm gonna tag you and let everybody know you suggested it to me. Yeah.
Do that.
So
Demon Wind.
so Jabril is on Overdope Productions, Dope World News, and he's got his
Mhm.
Shout out
own
the world.
little thing called People, and he's a journalist and so and an actor. So
He has an eye out this world. He shoot. Like he captured people in their best elements, vocally and with the camera. I've seen his work and I've been a part of it. Not just not just co-signing. Yeah, shit. Fuck with him yourself if you want to be a believer.
That's what's up.
but
Copy,
anyways, we're
appreciate
gonna
that.
wrap this up,
Appreciate
and
that.
I appreciate everybody coming in, and I don't know what we're gonna talk about on Thursday, but so if anybody has any ideas, shoot them towards me. I'm all about uplifting and loving one another. I want people to see how great they truly are, because if you don't see how great you are, how do you expect somebody else to? It's your life. Sell it, you know. So
I'm gonna work out instead of being lazy.
there you go.
Yeah, that
I
shit'll make
changed
your
my
brain feel better.
I changed my eating habits. So yeah. So at
Um,
the end of the day, I want everybody to love themselves correctly. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations. And if you're thinking about suicide, make sure you fulfill that thing first. You know what I'm saying?
Cross off your bucket list first. Don't
That's
take
what I'm
nobody
saying.
with you unless they
Uh-uh.
deserve it. But cross
Or
off
reach
your
out to
bucket list.
somebody. One or
Praise
the
If you
other.
ain't
God.
been the
I'm
cat
talking
man, dude,
reckless.
you can't kill yourself.
But at the end of the day, ashe everyone.
Peace,
Much
Nah,
love
peace.
and respect.